WUSA 9 Weather Watch is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan.
It may be cool and cloudy, but meteorologist Caitlin McGrath just got new information on how April stacked up in the record books for the whole world and for us here in the DMV.
Wet, I'm going to imagine.
Absolutely wet, but warm is the bigger story, Adam and Leslie. Last month was the Earth's warmest April on record and the 11th consecutive month of record-breaking global temperatures. The average global temperature was just over 2 degrees above the 20th century average of 56.7 degrees. That takes into account land and sea temperatures. All of the areas you see shaded there in red indicate areas where temperatures were above average, with some of the most notable above average temperatures being in South America, where the region experienced their warmest April on record, and Europe, which had its second warmest. Much of Australia, Scandinavia, and Northwest Russia were cooler than average. So how did our April here in DC stack up? Well, we were off to a cool start for about the first week of the month. Then we turned warmer than average for the middle part of April, and then we closed out the month on a really warm note. But it was almost an even split of days above and below average. We had 13 days below average and 17 above. But the days that were below average were only about 2 to 7 degrees cooler than normal. But the days that were above average were anywhere from 3 to 13 degrees warmer than normal. That put us 2.3 degrees above average for our monthly average temperature and landed us in 9th place for the warmest April on record.
So, Caitlin, I was in the newsroom a couple hours ago peeking into my crystal ball and seeing warmer temperatures for the second half of May.
Yeah, at least warmer than it's been, right? We've had some cool days over the past several weeks, but as we look at the extended forecast, at least out the next 10 days, we do start to see temperatures get a little bit warmer, at least relative to how it's been. Could be back near 80 by next Wednesday, and I think that will be a welcome change coming off of such a cool and damp stretch of weather. But we do